welcome the student athletes from the University of North Carolina. Closest to me, Mr. Black, followed by Mr. Love, Mr. Davis, Mr. Bacot, and Mr. Manek. Take questions here in the room and also from Zoom. If there are any, be sure to raise your hand virtually and we will get to you in a bit. Let's start on the left-hand side, in the middle.
Brady, you have considerable experience going up against Coach Drew's teams. What is a common thread that, even though the personnel may have changed, that they always applied on the court?
Yeah, they're always defensively sound. They're a really good basketball team, and he does a good job, whether it's defense or offense, getting his guys to play together. So they're going to be a tough opponent for us.
On the right-hand side.
I'll ask questions also for Brady. Just wondering, what's it meant for you to just be embraced by the Carolina community, fans, program after just 1 year here?
Yeah, it's special. It's very, very different than what I've been used to, and it's just awesome to be able to knowing that when I came in, I only had 1 year, but just getting accepted by everybody and just having an awesome year. It's been unbelievable.
Far right side.
For any of you guys, you've been deemed the Iron Five on Twitter, just with the minutes you guys have put in. What does that mean to you, your toughness, and how have you been able to gel so well together as a starting five?
Mr. Black, you want to start on that?
I feel like it just shows how mentally tough this group is. Being able to play every minute of every game if we need to, really just shows how tough we are.
Mr. Love, you want to add?
Yeah, just like Leaky said, us being out there, we got a lot of good chemistry with our five, and just us being out there, and it just shows how gelled we are, and how defensively sound and offensively, our chemistry is there and stuff like that.
Mr. Davis, your thoughts?
I just think our ability to stick together through thick and thin when things will go our way, or when things do go our way. We always talk about staying together. We're all we got, and our ability to, like Leaky said, play every second, every minute for first half and second half. It just shows our toughness.
Mr. Bacot.
I think it's a lot of fun being able to play all those minutes. I like being on the court.
Mr. Manek, you want to finish the thought?
Yeah, it's a really good group of guys. We play well together, and we've had a good year. I don't want it to end yet.
I'm sorry, didn't see you there, Kevin.
This message is for, this question is for RJ. You guys were considered a borderline NCAA team following that home loss to Pitt. Since then, you've won 7 of 8, including the big win at Duke. What do you think kind of changed in this stretch for you guys to put yourselves in the position so that you're still playing and you're meeting Baylor tomorrow?
I would say our preparation and mindset going into practice, into the games. We knew the potential of this team coming into this season, and we just wanted to turn around. We know after the loss of Pitt, that wasn't the way we wanted to play. So from that point on, I think we just turned it away around and started to compete, and everyone bought into the roles, and that's kind of what we've been buying into.
Next to last row on the right.
It's for Armando. Armando, you've been systematically erasing Bryce's name from several records recently. Just wondering, it's kind of mean of you to do that, but have you had a chance to connect with Bryce about the double-double record or the rebounding record?
Yeah, no, I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet, but, we see a lot of guys like Bryce and them, they come back during the summer, so pretty sure when they come back during the summer, it'll be some trash talking, and I'll mess with them a little bit about it.
Left side, second row.
This question is for Caleb. You've talked to us all season long, with the emphasis to shoot or shoot. But how important is it for you seeing that first one go down, and how much confidence does that give you against, kind of a tough start?
It gives me a lot of confidence, seeing that first one go through, and just seeing it go through the hoop. It just gives me a lot of confidence, and then it opens up the floor for everybody else. If I'm hitting, then it opens up the floor for RJ or Leaky or Brady, and so it just opens up the floor. So if I'm on, then like I said, it just opens up everything else.
Stay on the left side, on the back.
This question is for any of you guys. Coach Davis is always talking about his stories and experiences as well as the staff of playing at Carolina. I was curious if he's mentioned the game from 1990 when Carolina, as an 8 seed, beat number 1 seed Oklahoma, if that has come up, anytime this week.
No, he hasn't mentioned that.
Coach Williams did, I think, last year, though. He was just telling us that it's been done before and it's something that can happen.
On the right, in the middle.
Hey, Brady, I was just wondering, last season you went through some health issues with your lungs and getting COVID. What was that like kind of going through that? And then as you sit here now, how do you think about your decision to transfer here and how everything's gone?
Yeah, I actually got hurt against Baylor. That one hurt a lot. Mark Vital, that wasn't fun. But that didn't really have anything to do with my decision to leave or whatever. But just my decision to come to North Carolina it's been awesome, and it's been amazing, and it's been a great year.
Staying on the right side, one row further back.
Yeah, this one is for Caleb and Brady. So, of course, you all had a strong outside shooting performance yesterday, and Baylor in the game before did as well. So I wanted to ask, how much do you think the battle from downtown is going to impact the way that tomorrow's game plays out?
Mr. Love, you can start on that.
As far as on the defensive end, for us, I just feel like we just got to contain that drive. They're more of a driving team than a shooting team, but also contain the three as well. So we're going to do that. But on the offensive end, we're going to just take what the defense gives us, do whatever the coach tells us to do. As far as moving the ball, getting the ball inside to Armando and Brady and them. So I feel like we're just going to stick to our game plan and everything else will work out.
Mr. Manek?
Yeah, I'd say our best offense comes from our defensive end. Us getting stops leads to transition points, guys getting open, and I think a big part of our game tomorrow will be how do we play defensively.
On the left side?
Brady, Coach Drew kind of jokes saying that the beard doesn't kind of hide the player that you are. He knows what kind of player you are. And one of their players said that you're a lot more aggressive when they've watched you on film at Carolina. You're almost a year removed from last playing at Oklahoma. How are you different, and what kind of differences will they see tomorrow that some of those guys hadn't seen from you before?
Yeah, I'd say just confidence level of playing, making shots, having these guys trust me and throw me the ball. It's been fun, and I've been able to put the ball on the floor more, a little bit more. I wouldn't say freedom, but just a little more confidence of being able to put the ball on the floor.
Far right.
With this is a question for RJ and Leaky. With your guys' assist numbers that you had yesterday, how can you try to replicate that performance tomorrow against a equally, if not more, athletic team in Baylor?
Mr. Black?
I feel like just getting the ball down low to Mondo first, letting them sink in. They're going to have to double them, I feel like. And that'll free up Caleb and RJ and Brady to hit the outside shots. And I feel like just starting low and starting at the rim and then being able to kick it out, that'll give Caleb and RJ more time to, shoot the ball. So
I would just say, playing off instincts, just letting the flow of the game work itself out, whether that's, getting the ball down low to Mondo, finding Brady, Caleb, open for three, or, Leaky in transition. So, just going to continue to our game plan and continue doing what's worked for us.
Staying on the right next to last row.
Building off of Gregory's question, Leaky, I know given everything you're asked to do defensively and shouldering that offensive load, how do you work at balancing both sides of the court?
I don't think it's hard. These guys are very gifted, offensively. So I feel like, it makes my job simple. I don't get the rest on offense, but so to speak, I feel like I do get the rest on offense and have to pick it up more so on the defensive end, and it just makes my job easier.
Questions for the student athletes? Okay. One more on the left, and then another on the right after that.
This is for any of you guys. Last week, after you guys lost to Virginia Tech, Coach Davis said that he thought you were physically tired. You've had some time off before yesterday's game, but you got to play a quick one again tomorrow. How much did the margin yesterday and some of you guys being able to come out a little bit early help the legs? And are legs a concern at all at this point?
We don't need everybody to cover bat, but maybe a couple of you just like to step up. All right, go ahead, Mr. Bacot.
I mean, I would say for most of us, especially with it being tournament time, like there's no time for us to be tired and make excuses for ourselves. I mean, we get a day of rest in between and then get a few days off and get to play again. So I don't think that'll be a problem.
Okay. On the right side. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Love.
Yeah. Just to build off what Armando said, as far as it's tournament time, it's win or go home. So if Coach needs us out there for 40 minutes, then that's what we're going to do. We don't care how long we're out there.
Okay. On the right side.
You know, Coach Davis, his first season here, first win in the NCAA tournament for him as well as some of you guys. You know, what do you think it meant to get that for him, and do you feel like he's proven that he can be the Carolina coach, you know, for however many years now here on out?
It meant a lot. I think Coach Davis, you know, wants the best for us, and he wants us to experience the things that he experienced. You know, for us, you know, last year for the returning players, you know, the first round, first game wasn't the way we expected it. So, you know, coming into this tournament this year, we want a different outcome. And we're going to continue to, you know, improve and progress in the ways that we know we can. And so far, you know, I'm enjoying the experience.
Yeah, and I would say, too, I mean, Coach Davis, I think just with this group and us just turning around kind of our season after the 2 losses versus Miami and Wake Forest, I mean, he's done a great job. And also with losing Ant, who was a huge piece to our team and definitely a veteran guy we could have used towards this time. And also Dawson, too, not being here. That's like them two combined like 20 points off the board that we didn't have. And for us to just, you know, figure it all out and get to this point through Coach Davis, I mean, I feel like he did a tremendous job on the first year.
This is for RJ or Caleb or anybody who feels inclined. What are those Wilson basketballs? How much of an adjustment was it for you? What is it like playing with those? Is there a major difference, or are there just little subtle differences?
Mr. Davis.
I mean, they feel good. It's easy to pass, easy to make shots with. So, I mean, the feel of the wheels of basketball is not much of a difference.
Mr. Love, anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, they got a good grip to them, so they do feel good.
Okay. Back on the right.
This is for any of you guys. Mondo just talked about Dawson. I was curious if any of you guys have had a chance to chat with him before or after the game yesterday. All right, enough said. Cool.
Anything else for the student athletes? 2 more? Right inside.
This is for RJ and Leaky. Mondo referenced the Miami and Wake Forest games. Sometimes it takes some adversity to kind of see what people are made of. Just wondering about Coach Davis, with this being his first year. After those games, was there anything that he did that maybe surprised you, and maybe how he changed his approach with you guys over the past 2 months?
Mr. Black, you can start.
Yeah, I think it was after the was it Wake Forest? I want to say the Wake Forest game. He came into the locker room the next day, and we all were thinking we were going to get chewed out, but he just came in super positive, you know, saying we still could, you know, accomplish all our goals. And I feel like that was like a turning point in our season, you know, just seeing how positive he was.
Mr. Davis?
I mean, definitely. It was after the Wake Forest game. He definitely came in with some positive words, you know, and the practice was positive. You know, we came in ready to work. And we all had a mindset of, you know, turning this whole thing around. It was a long season ahead. We still had a lot of games left, so he didn't want us to get too down of ourselves. It was just more about locking in and focusing on what we have to accomplish, not what everyone else is saying about us.
Okay. Anything else for the student athletes? Go to the right and then to the left for the last question.
This one's for Armando. Talked a lot about packing this week, packing ahead. These closed for 4 or 5 days. Have you thought about the next round of packing here? I know I'm kind of running out here after ACC tournament and getting here.
Yeah, no, not at all. I feel like that was kind of a lot of our problems at the beginning of the year, just looking ahead and looking forward. But, I mean, you can ask me that after tomorrow, and then I'll have an answer for that.
All right, back on the left, second row.
This question's for all of you guys. You guys have had some early games this year. Wondering what you think about the 11 o'clock start here Central, and when's the last time you played this early? Probably AAU.
We'll
I
start
love
on the
playing
end
this
with
early.
Mr.
12 o'clock games, that's like my favorite game to play because it's not much of a build-up to the game. You're not sitting around all day. You can just wake up, eat, and then go straight to the game. So I love an early start.
Anybody else want to add to that? No? Okay. If not, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
All right.